Hey guys, Pedguin here, and today we're taking a look at the Pokemon mod once again. There's been a massive update that actually changes the world within Cube World, and it actually makes it possible to use customizable characters as well. It's actually really cool, so I'm going to be showing you guys this throughout this video. If you guys want to check out the thread, it's just down in the description. There's a massive group working on it, so I hope you guys check it out and give your feedback. Alright, let's get in there, shall we? Firstly, I'm just going to be going through the custom characters that you can have in the game. You can only choose one of these, mainly because that is actually you as a player, and there can only be really one of you. So you can only have one of the customizable character within the files, else it will mix up with all the others and make it really buggy. So I'm just going to be going through each one so you guys can actually choose which one you want to download. Okay, so let's take a look who we've got first. Red. You may remember him from all the classics back when it was like red and blue, all those old classics. They didn't actually use Ash, but they based it off Ash and just kind of made him all red. And I really like this character. It gives me a lot of nostalgia. He actually looks really cool as well. So that's the first one. Okay, so next we've got Chris. You may remember Chris from the old classic Pokemon Crystal. That's when she was introduced. And she's adorable. These little pigtails are so cute. And yeah, it's nice, and I'm glad they're doing both male and female, so that the ladies have a choice. And sometimes guys like to play as women anyway. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Who have we got next? It's Ethan. Ethan is one of the earlier gens as well. He's actually the male counterpart to Chris as well, which is actually pretty cool, mainly because you can't actually choose Chris in the Gold and Silver games, which he actually appears in. Chris was only introduced in Crystal, which kind of gives it away in her name. But yeah, Ethan is actually really cool, especially with his hair all sticking out his hat like that, and the backwards cap just for style points. That's actually what he looked like as well. If you ever had the Pokemon books, that's exactly what he looked like, which is actually really cool. So yeah, that's Ethan. Up next we've got Brendan from the Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald series. Brendan, it was actually one of my favourite, mainly because he had this cool headband that went around his head, and that looked really cool, even in like the 2D like Pokemon games. It's like confusing on how well that looked in those old like Pokemon games, but they managed to pull it off, and he looks just as cool in Cube World. So yeah, that's Brendan. So up next, as you've probably guessed, it is May, the rival counterpart to Brendan. So this, I kind of like the model. The model is very similar to Chris's though, just made a bit more red. But then again, I think it's quite similar in the Pokemon series as well. But yeah, it's great. Not much to say about it. I've pretty much covered it on the Chris's one. I like the little circle here. It actually is like that within the games, and yeah, it's pretty great. I'm sure the girls will like a bit more variety to the characters as well. So, moving on. Okay, last but not least, we have Green. So, Green is actually, I don't know much about this character, unfortunately. I think they're from Fire Red and Leaf Green, mainly because their name's Green, and that's where I'm kind of just linking it. But I think she's from some of the actual Pokemon mangas as well. But I think this is one of the best looking girls one. I mean, it's just the hat that does it for me, and the little clothes. I think it looks really nice. I mean, it's all bright and colourful, and it's one of the ones I like the most. So yeah, that's that. That's all the characters done, and we're just gonna jump in game and show you all the actual Cube world really. So yeah, let's get in. Okay guys, here we are in the world, and as you can see, we're at Pokemon Center. So they've changed the signpost, which is really cool. They've changed the angle it's on, and they lay it across the wall instead, and they put a nice little Pokemon Center symbol. The one downfall to this is if you actually check on the map, it's actually turned to the side, and you can't actually see what it is. The rest are perfectly fine, but these ones you can't actually see properly. It's kind of annoying, but because they turned it to the side, that's the reason. But it still looks good nonetheless. So yeah, we're just going to go inside and check out the Pokemon Center. There we are. So straight away, it's so colourful. Like, it's unbelievable how like lovely and like colourful it is. Yeah, and is that Nurse Joy? Oh my god, Nurse Joy! No, they've not actually implemented any NPCs that actually represent the like bosses or gym leaders or anyone like that at the moment. And some of them are actually very buggy because the custom characters to make this character has actually interfered with some of the other characters. But as we can see, this place looks absolutely great. I think over here there's some, yeah, look, Bill's PC and users PC, etc, etc. And a Pokemon show, is that Marie? Maybe I'm just seeing things, but that looks like a TV with Marie or something on there. So that's the Pokemon Center. We're gonna take another look around. I'm gonna fill you guys in on the world of the Pokemon land. Okay, so we found one of the gyms. This is actually the Archers like station that it would be at before, and they've completely changed it to make it an actual gym, which is actually really like fascinating on how they've done this. I'm actually confused on how they've done it, but it's really good. So this is, I'm assuming it's the grass gym because of all these like little plants, and I think this is a little maze we have to get through. Oh, wrong way. I'm pretty sure I can just jump over it, but we're gonna do it the old traditional way. And there we go. There we go. And oh, yeah, that's the, yeah, he's got a bow. He's the ranger. And I really like what they've done here. They've actually changed the targets into Ivysaurs to make them look like statues. You can actually still attack them and whatnot, just like the original game files. But that is absolutely awesome. I am blown away on how cool this actually looks. I don't know what models these are, all these like little grassy things are, but they've like put them everywhere. But I really like that. It's like a miniature maze. I think they can only have these buildings as a limited size, really. And what they've done with it is actually really cool. I really do like that. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, we're just going to continue and take a look at some of the areas of interest. Okay, so as it appears, we found another gym, and as you can see, it looks pretty great. It follows like a traditional Chinese architect with the roof like that, all pointy and stuff. And I think this is the rogues building where he was before. And oh, I really like these crests. I think they're lights as well. Unfortunately, they're not actually attached to the buildings at the moment. I think there's some inside as well. So as you can see, all the NPCs are all lined up. Like, I'm kind of confused of how they're doing this. It's actually really interesting on how they've actually laid out the NPCs like this. This is really cool. Every single one is a rogue, as you can see with the sword on their back. I really like that. That's really cool. But as you imagine in the games, there's like lines and lines of people where you'd have to battle before getting to the gym, and that's kind of that. There's also these statues with what are like Machops for the dummies as well, which is really cool. I like that change because the other one was just like an actual dummy before, but this actually makes it look really cool. And I wonder if they're on the wall. No, they're hanging off as well, which is kind of upsetting, but they do look really good. I think they were previously like candles or something on the wall, and they've changed it to like crests or gym crests or whatnot. Maybe it's the badge you'd get once you defeat them. But yeah, that looks really cool. I really like this gym. I really like the outside of it as well. It looks for like a really cool architecture. And before I go on to the next thing, this is the mages area, and this hasn't been changed at all. I don't think it looks very similar to what it was before. It may be because it's in limited space. I don't think they can increase the space area on where it is. I'm not sure though. But the dummies have changed because the whole file has been retextured. And this one's facing the wall. So yeah, that's that. And I think we have one more to show you guys. So let's just get over to do that. Okay, so last but not least on the gyms is I think this is the Warriors gym. And yeah, so as you can see, it's kind of a nice building. It's 2-story. And it's got a nice little line of Machops here. So yeah, I don't think there's much to this gym. Except a bunch of people. Oh my god. Yeah, so yeah, there's not actually a lot to this gym. It's just got a nice layout outside, and it's got like a nice upstairs as well. But yeah, that's about it for this gym. There's just lined up like the other gym as well, which is a nice addition. You can actually push them downstairs if you wanted to. So you can actually screw up the lining if you really wanted to. But yeah, I like that. I really like how they've laid out the NPCs as well as the models, because I didn't even know that was possible. Like, I'm pretty sure there's not supposed to be this many warriors in the actual warriors area. I'm pretty sure there's only supposed to be one. But because they've actually changed it so there's more than one, it's actually really interesting in itself, and I really like that change. Unfortunately, the camera gets really buggy when you're going up the stairs, but that's just Cube World in general. It gets buggy in like going buildings and stuff. Oh, that's an actual different crest we haven't seen before. This one is actually on the wall as well. So that's probably the gym for this place, if there is a gym. If there is a badge even. But yeah, that looks cool. I like it. As a whole, it looks like a nice building, nice windows and such. Yeah, I like it. So I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys check out the mod. Bye!